Just like to share with you what I'm doing right now. Um, I'm working on the first act of my comic. I wanted to figure out how to get through this stage faster because pretty much like a lot of life stuff is just getting in the way, and really like my goal is to create 6 one-shots by the end of the year and put them online to sell. And I know it's a really crazy goal because there's only like 2 months and a little bit to getting it done, but I just really want to push for it. So pretty much how I'm going about like planning out my comic is pretty much the Marvel method. It's pretty much the Marvel method. I've heard about this method like a long time ago, but I didn't really get it until like I watched this video, and it's called I'll put it up on the screen. It's called "Artists React to the Marvel Method." So if you're not familiar, how the Marvel method works is that the artist is giving the artist is given a summary of what's supposed to happen in the issue, and then all the artist does is they just tell the story with the visuals. If you're like a manga fan or a manga creator yourself, you might be familiar with um, this competition called Smack, or the Silent Manga Audition. I'll put that up on the screen too, whatever that is. And then also they have a YouTube channel. I'll put a link for that too. There's really good stuff that you can learn from. But it's pretty much that you're telling the story without words. You're just telling the story with pictures, and then like going back to talking about the Marvel method. So then after the artist does that, then Stanley or whatever writer at the time would then take that artwork, and then they would write in all the dialogue that's necessary to further tell the story of what's going on in those panels. So after I watched that video, it reminded me of another one that I watched years ago. That video is called Nier's Yoko Taro at GDC 2014, Making Weird Games for Weird People. So Yoko Taro, he calls his method backwards script writing and photo thinking. But for me, I would say that the Yoko Taro's method is pretty much like a variant of the Marvel method. But Yoko Taro's focus is more so on emotional impact. Yeah, so what you do is you think about the moment you want to have happen in your story, and then you think of all the reasons why it would make that moment emotional. So the example he uses in the video is a moment in his game where a girl dies. So Yoko Taro explains that what makes you care is the experience over time. And with that experience, that like over time playing the game, that's how you build the connection. So like you may feel like when you hear the news of you might feel something when you hear the news of a girl dying, but it hits harder when you know them, when you spent time with them. So then the next part of his method, like the photo thinking part of the photo thinking part, you think of that key moment in your head, right? And then you imagine what that shot would look like who's around, like the setting, the mood, all that kind of stuff. So then once you have that picture in your mind, then you think about all the steps that would lead up to that moment. So he creates the stack of reasons as to why you should care. And then as you play the game, you experience all those reasons. And then from playing the game, you build up that connection with a character because of the time spent. And then when that moment happens, then it hits hard. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something that's sad. It could be really something that's happy or exciting. All right, so for me, I tried I tried writing a script first and then coming up with the visuals after, and that's been taking a lot of time. So yeah, like I said, as I was working on this comic, what I'm finding that works a whole lot faster for me is this process here, and I'm having a lot more fun doing it too. I'll show you how I apply this like Marvel Taro method. Okay, to show you how I go about doing it, I first I started with outlining my story with a method that I learned from just learning from my time in just reading the Bible and seeing how Jesus structured his stories, how he told his stories to the audience that was around him at the time. And then from there, I then start using this Marvel Taro method. I take a point in the story here. I'll give you an example of what I'm working on right now. So this is the sequence that I'm currently on right here. When suddenly something unexpected happens that exceeds or ruins the character's expectations about life and what they're doing. I know that key moment that's in my head that for my character in the story is that he's going to discover that his dad's car is this crazy futuristic alien tech. Think of if you're familiar with Speed Racer or Knight Rider, something like that. This is what my main character is going to discover, that his dad has this kind of car. Because unfortunately, but yeah, my character in the story, he's gonna make some bad choices, and one of those bad choices is that he's gonna end up stealing his dad's car, just so that he can impress the friend group that he's in, because he's rolling with the wrong crowd. So like that's the whole thing about this story is my main character just coming to realize that lesson that that bad company corrupts good morals. This is the key moment that's gonna happen, and so I'm just thinking about all the steps, leading up to that moment, thinking about all the moments that are gonna lead up to my main character Aiden getting the car keys for this car. Okay, yeah, so I'll just focus here on like page 5. Right, you can see that Aiden's gonna sneak out of his room. He's gonna steal his dad's keys. He's gonna text the crew that the plans that they have are still on. He gets affirmed for doing those bad things, and then he's gonna solve the puzzle that becomes, like you can see there. Yeah, it becomes the control key for the SST Vulcan, which is the crazy future alien car. So now when it comes to creating all the visuals, I just follow pretty much each step towards the key moment is going to be pretty much a panel in the comic. Now for me, I like the max panel I'm gonna put per page is 9. I went a little bit overboard here, so on because I wanted to get every moment here. I wanted to make it suspenseful, and I wanted to make it a little bit like comedic as well. So I'll show you what's going on. So that point in the story, the point in the story where the main character he steals the dad's car keys. I didn't edit it in my document, but as I was boarding out the scene, I decided that what was going to happen is he's trying to get his own car keys, but then he accidentally steals his dad's keys instead. So like the first panel here, I'm going to show the main character getting into the room. I have to rearrange the stuff. Anyways, the main character, he gets into the room. He's going to be sneaking up to like the nightstand where the keys are. It show you here like moments about how nervous and tense the main character is, because it's the dead of night. His parents are sleeping, and he doesn't want to wake them. He doesn't want to get caught, right? So, reaching up to the nightstand, trying to feel around for the keys because he knows that they're there, but then there's two sets, his and then his dad's. And then just showing the main character's expression about it, him being extremely nervous. And he picks up a key. He picks up the key, and then him happy about picking up the key, but then, oh no, something is freaking him out, right? That would be the end. So the other thing that this is obviously more than 9 panels right over here. So to extend, I guess like the tension, the drama, whatever, I'm just gonna spread out these panels over a few pages, making sure that this final panel here is going to be the one that's going to get the reader to turn the page, wanting to know what's going to happen next, right? And that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you find this interesting, I'm going to continue just to share like my progress and my process, and I really hope that it blesses you and it helps you in your storytelling journey. So thank you so much for watching, and God bless.